Okay, let's have a look at how we would get a confidence interval on a population mean when our sample size is large, or when we know the true population standard deviation. Now, in your notes on slide 43, there's a question about IQ, and in that question we were told that 20 people were picked at random. 20 is not a very large number. For those 20 people, their average IQ, their Y-bar value, was 94.56, but we were told in the question that it is known that the true population standard deviation, that's the sigma value, is 16. Okay, to get the confidence interval on the entire population, we go to Stat, Basic Statistics. We're going to use this thing that's referred to as the one sample Z, or sometimes it's called a Z interval. And as the little blurb here tells us, if I go back up here, you use it when the standard deviation is known, or when your sample size is really large. Okay, now Minitab is looking for some raw data, which we don't have. If I click the down arrow, I can use summarize data. We had 20 people picked at random. Their IQ, their average IQ was 94.56, and we plug in the known population standard deviation, which is 16. We go to options. The default comes up at 95, and I believe in the question it tells us to use a 95% level of confidence. Keep this thing where it is, this alternative hypothesis. Don't fool around with that. Say OK and OK. And here's what we get. So it's a one sample Z interval. We have told it that the population standard deviation is 16. And it tells us, as we already input, that the mean of our sample was 94.56. So that's the mean of the 20 people, their average IQ. What is the average IQ of the entire population? And we can say with a 95% level of confidence that the true population mean or average IQ should fall between 87.55 and 101.57. And by the way, as your notes told you, it is known that the true population mean is 100. 100 is a number that fits in this interval, so this interval is correct. There would have been a 5% chance that it wasn't correct, but in our case it does contain the true population mean. And 95% of the time we do expect the interval that we calculate will contain the true value that we're looking for.